Well, we got the old girl in the garage here. Time to start thawing it out so we can make it run. I see the steering's all froze up, so I'll have to fix that as well. But first step's on thawing it. Then I can drain the gas out. There's 5 gallons of fresh gas. Pull the carbs, clean them, you know, give her the works. Well, we're back with the Cheap Sled Challenge sled here. Dug Zach's starting fluid out of the nose here. She's starting to unthaw here. Got the hood unthawed there, and like to say, I do not condone the flippage of the wedge hood all the way open, but the kid already has done it a couple times, so, well, and it's already broke, so this whole side's busted. It's not like I like doing this, but I'd like to point that out. This is bad. Don't do this ever if you care about your hood. Anyways, like I said before, though, that the steering was froze up, and if you wouldn't know it, you put it in the garage for a little bit, it's not frozen anymore, so I'll probably end up letting this thing melt overnight, if not even longer, and water out of it. I'm going to run a vacuum through it and get all the leaves and stuff out of it. Just give her a good clean up. I want it nice and dry before I actually start working on this thing. She's got the suspension mod here with the, I don't know, dirt bike shocks, Yamaha shocks. I don't know what these are. They're not supposed to go up and over the exhaust, though. It being said, it is actually done pretty well. Like, the welds are nice. He notched it nicely for the exhaust. I mean, the belly pan's something to be desired. But I would say the bulkhead's actually been done decently. I might not actually die riding this sled. Obviously, we have hot rod red exhaust because, you know, that makes it faster. Same with the red belt deflector. This is actually, I'm pretty sure it's stock. But the recoil housing's painted black, so it's slick and cool. Walk over here. Like I said, there's the bright red fuel pump down there. The thing's got a freaking just about full tank of oil in it. So that's cool. Yeah, I guess in this video here, we'll fix it and make it run. I did order a new brake line for it, you know, fix that, because brakes are probably important for what we're doing, at least. Yeah, that's really all I know right now. I'm assuming there's no brake light because there's no brakes. Obviously, that makes sense to me. You know, this lovely single filament bulb they have in there. Maybe we'll get some sort of slick paint job or something. I don't know. The silver's kind of growing on me, so maybe we'll do something with that, leave that. I do want to put some racing numbers on it because, you know, race car. Or whatever, you know. I don't know. I got to start looking at some pictures of these sleds that are turned into race sleds, figure out what I want to do here. But regardless, we're going to start this video. Here's the build of this sled. And I got, what, 2 weeks to do it? No. I got a week. I got a week to do this. So, all right. First step that we're going to do on the Indy here is going to be cleaning all the leaves and stuff out of it, getting all the nasty goop out. Austin's going to ice himself. That's emotional support ice right there. But yeah, we're going to do that and hopefully tear into this tonight. All right, new update here. Got the tank back on it, drained the gas water mixture out of it. Got the new springs on there. These ones are old and crusty yet, but they work. Got the carbs off, so I can do a quick clean on them. Got to figure out how to mount the Articat exhaust boot on there. Maybe. Did find a little bit update interesting kind of thing about this sled here. She's been on fire before. Got some melted wires there, melted plastic. I think that's what happened to the original exhaust donut. And the belly pan's a little distorted around here. But that could explain why this is all rusty here. This has all been repainted, blah, blah, blah. But that's where we at. Getting the seat off was a fun little chore because Dude Bro had extra bolts in the front of it. It's just supposed to have 2 in the rear, and the tank kind of holds it in place, given you're supposed to have the tank cover over it as well. But I'm not going to do that. I don't care that much, to be honest with you. It's going to get the 2 in the back, and that's going to be it. But we'll do a quick clean on the carbs, get them tossed back on, reset the chokes, check the throttles, and hopefully we'll hear this thing run after that. Alright, well, we got the carbs back on. Awesome filled up the tank while I did that. Got some Cosby sauce, courtesy of Zach. I'm going to spray it all over the top of the engine, not into the carburetors. Choke works a lot better now. Well, she runs pretty good. Glad about that. Alrighty, well, the other night we got this thing running. I just hopped right in, got to work on it, and I gave it a quick bath because I had full intention of doing up at least the first step of the numbers tonight. Haven't really decided if I'm going to go with a white outline around the numbers or a black outline yet. Got to kind of look to see what looks more right, I guess. But I did clean up the little bit of overspray and whatnot that's on there and make it look a little bit nicer. Did end up saving a stencil in case I got to redo it. So obviously you watch me cut those out too. That's just something I printed off at work. I kind of like how this one turned out a little bit more. The angle, the dangles and whatnot. But there's a lot of shapes going on in that area there. Kind of wish I would have dropped that one down a little bit, but we might be doing more painting elsewhere on the machine here, and I got some stickers in my jacket over there to put on it too. Just got to find where. We're going to put the old Tough Guy windshield on there with the stickers that add horsepower there, just like the AMSOIL sticker, so that makes it faster. But step one of the number is done. Obviously, we'll need that for sure this weekend. Well, not necessarily for sure, but I want that one to at least be on there for the weekend, get that one done. Maybe we'll get the other stuff on too. I don't know yet. I would like to, but we'll see. We will definitely see. And yeah, I'll bring you back when I come back to working on this. Thinking we're going to putz with something else tonight while I let this dry, because I want this to dry up nice and have no other issues or anything like that before I go to the next step with that. Like I said, we still got to get this to run a little bit better yet, but at least the one that's time consuming, I don't know if that's the right word or not. The main paint thing is done. The race sled here. What you saw me do last as I did the black outline on the numbers here, try to make them stand out a little bit. I'm very happy with how that came out on either side here. I had planned on doing this. It was just kind of a nice way to hide the overspray and the really bad lines from, you know, the printer paper stencil I made here. But as of right now, as we're sitting on this, hopefully be tuning it tomorrow, making it run a little bit better. And brakes. Brakes are a big thing to get done, obviously. There's none on it right now. I did go and dig through my pile and I found the plastic bits there, kind of, in my opinion, make it look a little bit nicer. Obviously, I put the worst ones I had on it because, I mean, look at it. That being said, when I was digging around, I also remembered I have tank covers. You might recognize these from the 650 I just picked up. And the only reason why I considered these was because that's really not in the nicest of shape. And, you know, I have a handlebar pad that matches that I can put right on it. But, you know, I also found the right tank cover for this sled, so it'll match the seat. So I don't really know what to do here. Obviously, that'll be more of when I get the seat on, what I decide for that. But yeah, that's the update on this sled here. Bring you back in for more of this on the next go around here. In the little bit I was messing with it, I finally did break down and I put a hood cable on the hood to keep it upright. The more and more I look at it, the hood is in nice shape if you ignore this crack here. That is also the only one in the whole hood. So ideally I have enough time to try to buff some of these scratches out of it and it'd be a really nice looking hood when I'm done with it. But that's all I got for the extra little quick update here. All right. Okay, we are back on the trail here, at least for what I'm recording. Debacle kind of struck. Obviously the brakes are done. They're kind of bleeding what's left of the air bubbles out right now, but the brakes are done, they work. That was kind of a debacle because obviously the bleeder was froze. I actually broke the fitting off into the caliper. Didn't record any of it. Did get her tuned up there and whatnot. Finally had the sense of mind to come back and start recording. I'm going to grease the steering shaft down here, get that done. Then I can put the air box back in and then that's back in and done. Shoot some grease in this, then I can put this away. Get this done first, you know. The old hose is leaking on my grease gun. Let me fix this quick. There, that one's greased. Does the bell crank on this one have a grease fitting? It does not appear to. I should grease it, but I'm not going to. Shoot some grease in the spindles. Yep, I'd like to continue doing painting on this thing, but it's officially gotten to the time that I'm out of time. I gotta get this thing in running condition soon, you know? Because today is what, Thursday? I gotta have this at Zach's house Saturday morning, so. There, maybe that'll fix the steering issue. If you remember when I brought it into the shop, it had frozen steering. A little bit of water did squirt out of there, so. Nice rusty brown grease too. So that'll be nice. Maybe that'll continue to steer well, because it steers good now in the garage here. Ideally, it stays steering well tomorrow, or Saturday rather. Just grab the rest of the brake hardware bits, like the cap for the reservoir. Gonna clean this up quick. Put the cap back on that for now. I'll top it off, and I'll just have to do a pre-race check on Saturday, because that's probably going to be when this sled moves for the first time. Nothing like running right to the last minute. You know, I'm probably the only one that hasn't ridden their sled for the race or for the challenge yet. I am a little nervous. I've never done anything sort of like this. Just done, the closest I've done to the kind of events and stuff is just messing around in the yard here. So ideally I don't hurt myself, I should say. That should be the main goal, I guess. Don't want to hurt myself. But I'd like to do good, you know. I don't want to be last, if that makes sense. But like I said, I don't want to also hurt myself. So we'll see about how things go. It'll be fun regardless, you know. It's always fun hanging out with your friends, doing stuff with your friends. Put that on there. Grab the candle oil. Yeah, the whole brake thing here was kind of a nightmare. Everything was froze up or had water in it. I actually had another master cylinder out from the other night, and I took that one apart first because it actually wanted to come apart, and that one was really bad. I was cleaning it out because I was like, oh well, I'll just use this one for the sled, and I needed to get something else apart. I forget what that was. But I took it apart, cleaned it out with the brake cleaner there, got it put back together. I didn't put that one back together. But once the brake cleaner dried, she was really corroded. And the sled that's off of is the 95 RXL that I parted out. Finished parting out. If you watch my stuff, you would have seen on the channel there. But I swear to God that sled was underwater, because the stuff I took off of it looked like it had been. But regardless, I took that one apart, looked at it, and went, yeah, that's not good. Then I took this one apart, and it was in much better shape. Got it working again. Just cross-threaded the ever-living shit out of the bolt. Great. That right there, that's how this frickin' night's been going with the stupid brakes on this sled. Well, but yeah, it's the brake system's been kind of fighting me all night, as an old hydraulic brake system's gonna do, you know. If it was easy, everybody would do it. I know Zach's gonna say you should have just swapped the Brembo on it or whatever. But if I remember correctly, it took him a couple days to make the mount just to put the Brembo on. I have like 2 hours into the whole brake system on this sled. Done. The brakes are actually done now that I put the nut on the bottom of there, but yeah, as you can see, I'm a man of many words tonight. And once I figure out what my next step is, I'll probably just throw you guys on time lapse and keep rolling. I think I'm going to put the airbox in, because that should be done now. Maybe take the exhaust back off, start making this work on the sled. Somehow, maybe. Didn't even think of that, but I have to rivet that onto the chassis, so we will see. Coming down to the wire, starting to get a little nervous. So I wanted to clean my clutches here, go through them. Motor's pretty well stout now. She runs. When I don't have a massive puddle over, I suppose I could do it on this side. Maybe I'll do that quick. Start the time lapse off. I'll shoot some grease in the rear axle, the rear suspension. But yeah, this should steer quite well now. Lubricate all the time joints on the steering there. That one, oh, that quieted the steering right now. It doesn't squeak anymore. It's good for that. Well, that was a nice little easy fix kind of deal. But yeah, while I'm in the mood of lubing things, I'll throw you guys up on a time lapse and start working on shit here. Alrighty, little update here. I'm getting ready to go into the night. Started looking at the electrical system. Had it running there. I got a little check into my wiring, but I'm pretty sure it's not putting out any voltage. But yet the bulb I pulled out of it's completely blown. I did grab a spare bulb to put in it. Try it after I look at the wiring schematic, make sure I know what's supposed to be getting 12 volts and whatnot. A little dangler do. Shows how much I look at the sled. The actual end that I needed to get the end of the exhaust out the belly pin, it was flipped around, so I saved myself some time there. Once you put the rubber ball in there, she actually sits where she wants to go anyway, so it's just a matter of putting a spring on that once I get the whole sled back together. Airbox is put back in. Rear suspension is greased. Front suspension's greased. All the steering is lubricated. Brakes are good enough. Tomorrow we'll see what I can do. Like I say, lights aren't that big of an issue. I'm going to briefly look into those. Maybe we'll put some livery on the hood yet and Definitely put the windshield on it. Alrighty, now that we're on first coat of paint drying, you know, last minute idea, so it's going to be kind of crappy, hence the overspray on the trailing arm and the belly pan there. But if you haven't figured it out yet, we're doing a shark mouth, because if I've mentioned my Mustang Derby car, it's kind of my thing. Obviously, this is first coat. We have the mouth, the eye. I'm not doing all 3 steps of the eye. I don't have time for 3 coats of paint to dry in, what, 12 hours? So when the white dries, we'll just do the pupil and we'll call it a day. If I remember correctly, this red takes a while to dry, so maybe just electrical tape teeth in the morning. But we got it. I'm glad I at least attempted it. Maybe we'll get some points for livery. I wanted to do the full like sheet metal with rivets kind of look to the whole sled, but I'll go with what I can get for now. You also saw me take these here clutches off, so I figure I need something to do while I am painting, or waiting for paint to dry rather. So I'm going to go through these quick, clean them up, whatnot, because there's full of corrosion on the sheaves. I'm willing to bet that the stuff inside doesn't move as it should, and I want it to move pretty well flawlessly. So I will attack that while this is drying now. And I will do this. Shout out to Duncan, or rather Duncan's father, for making these stencils how many years ago. When he first cut these out for me, I had full intention of saving them just for car purposes. Not this car, but car purposes. And they're coming in handy once again. I love it. I will never get rid of these stencils because I intend to do this stuff a lot more. Okay, that video might have been painful to watch for some people. It was kind of painful for me to make it. This is a lot rustier than I thought it was going to be, so I mean, it's a good thing, I guess, I decided to clean it up so I can fix that. Not like that was going to disturb the performance of the sled, because at least this piece here still moved on the clutch. But this piece was frozen on there, and the actual clutch itself was kind of froze on the shaft. As far as the primary clutch goes, less than ideal. For what it's going to be doing, it's fine. But the big thing here, well, I try to make words. The big thing here, the weights are all nice and smooth. And all the rollers, if you know on a clutch, there's rollers up in here. All of these move, so I'll just give this one a good cleaning. I'm not going to take it apart any further. For what I intend to do with it, there's no reason. But I'll clean this up, clean this up. This has to cool down because I had the old torch on there. This piece here is specifically hot. As usual, spring is too rusty to know what it is. It has, for anybody who cares, 10 weights in it. I would have to look up in the book to see if that's right or not, but they're 10s. I guess this used to be a clear spring or a gold spring. I don't know. The way Polaris classifies their spring colors is kind of stupid. I believe these are all the same for that. So, not really anything too major with that. Like I said, just do a quick cleaning on the both of these, and we will put them back on the sled when we have some dry paint over there. Well, I just went ahead and decided to clean the secondary clutch. It was pretty gummy, pretty gross. If you remember when I took this apart there, it was like a rusty red goo inside that. I tried hosing this out with brake cleaner. It really didn't do anything, so I just threw it in the parts cleaner. I'll let it dry for a little bit. I might go check on the paint job on the hood over there while this is drying. If nothing else, I'm going to enjoy a nice Mexican mountain soda. And we will check on the paint, see if I can start doing the next color on it, if anything. Well, it is officially race day. I'm getting ready to go to bed here. I would like to apologize. I did not realize that my phone had stopped recording, or I should say my phone had died, so it stopped recording. I just rewatched what it did record, and I was doing delivery, I'll say. And I don't remember even when I stopped to check and found my phone being dead. So I plugged it in and whatnot, but I figure I'll give you an update on how she's looking. I will say this much, all I have left to do, besides, fixing the lights and whatnot, because, lights are not necessary for a race sled, per se, right now. And all I got left is the clutch, the secondary clutch. Put that back together, give her a good alignment, throw the belt on it behind me here, and, test ride it. That's going to be like 2 laps around the yard. maybe. The test ride might be tomorrow at Zach's, or today at Zach's. But yeah, here, I'll show you what I've got done so far. Alright, we're under the hood now, and I got the primary clutch all put back together, put on, torque back down. I don't know if I made a point to mention that the exhaust is actually mounted where it belongs. Finally is actually going out of the belly pan instead of into it. I decided to go with the matching tank cover to the seat, which the seat is on and professionally repaired. And it's, you know, bolted where it belongs, not wherever the guy had it beforehand. You know, professionally repaired again there. But here's the best part of it. Delivery. I am very, very happy with how this is coming out. This is like rough draft here because obviously the paint was wet. That's why the teeth kind of look pink, because the red paint was mixing with the white paint. It's all hand painted, as you saw in the time lapse there. I went with the short windshield, as you saw me clean it. I wanted to do the stickers anyways, that's why I went with this one. But very, very, very happy with how it come out. And here is the other side. I'm very, very happy with how it come out. Like I said before, the teeth look pink because they pretty much are. That's, like I said, the paint was mixing there, but I'm very happy with how it come out. Very happy. It's probably going to be the end of this video here. Like I said, it is already race day. I need to sleep. That was good English. I need to go to sleep, go to bed, be ready for the later today. So that's going to be wrapping it up here. Hopefully you enjoyed the build video of the sled, I guess. I don't know if this is going to be 1 or 2 parts yet. I haven't really looked into it, but hope you enjoy it, and get you the video of the actual race after this one. One other thing I should add about the sled here, I repainted the best of my ability, repainted the old Made in USA tag because I think that's cool. That's one of my favorite parts of these sleds, if that wasn't evident. But couldn't have her being a straight sun-faded white dealy bop there. Alrighty, all loaded up, ready to head over to Zach's. She rips pretty good. She does have a bog if you let her sit and idle for a bit. And of course my seat shattered immediately, so can't really win on that deal. It's a 30-year-old seat. But we're getting ready to head over, and I'm gonna go get ready to leave because I'm running late.